For the first time ever in Mama's Boy history, we are witnessing a Mama's Boy evolve from his status of Mama's Boy to that of a man that supports his partner. Where we last left off, we've realized that Nancy is an absolute psychopath. She implanted doubts into her own son to think that his own daughter wasn't his, and even psychologically pushed him to the point of asking his wife to get a paternity test. There was a huge confrontation at Nancy's house, and it all boiled down to Robert leaving Nancy and telling her that they need some space. But now the results are in, so let's see who the real crazy person is.
These DNA results are coming in at any moment. As I'm coloring with Kimberly, I'm looking at her and she's just so innocent. And I just feel very sad that she's even involved in this.
This is something that Kimberly, the daughter, should never have had to go through. It's very traumatic, I suppose, to think that your own grandmother would think less of you because she thinks that her son, which is your dad, is not your dad. At the end of the day, you're a child and you've done nothing wrong, so Nancy, you're crazy.
I feel really bad for Kristy that I put her through all of this. I allowed my mother to ask her these things that a mother shouldn't even be asked.
Hey, again, better late than never.
I just need these results. I can't handle this. It's too much.
And like, it's sad to see in the beginning that he didn't even see this as something wrong, and he could have shut his mom up earlier. And he wanted to at the beginning, but he was just too scared to say anything because he put Nancy up on this pedestal. But I'm glad to see that he has opened his eyes to see how inappropriate Nancy was behaving.
I was waiting for you to come. Sheila?
Okay.
What?
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Does this guy not know how to read or something? I'm pretty sure it just states right there, you are the father.
Based on the genetic testing results obtained by PCR analysis, the probability of paternity is 99.99999%.
Hadouken! Bro, who the fuck is he beating up, Jay? I am knocking out the fake father, Jay. Non-existent fake father.
See, I knew that. I knew it.
It kind of looks like you didn't know it and you're like really happy.
This is proof. You can just slap it on any doubter's face.
You go on, slap it on your mom's face, G.
Your mom's the main doubter. We went through this whole thing for your mom.
Why is this guy acting like there are other people who doubt the fact that Kimberly is his daughter? Even after all the craziness, he still refuses to speak openly about how insane his mom is. Also, in the background, you see that photo. They showed it in the first episode too, but there's this photo in the background of Kristy clearly winning in a fight. Bruh, Nancy would get obliterated, and she was so keen to start up a fight as well. You do not know what you're getting yourself into. You're gonna need to find yourself a trainer as well. That or have a phone handy to call 911.
I need to go to Nancy's house right now. I just want to put an end to Nancy. We need to go now. Like, we need to go right now.
Robert always just has this blank expression on his face. He reminds me of Homer in the Simpsons movie, you know, when the monkey in his head's just banging the cymbals, like.
I'm just so over like all the drama that's been happening because of this paternity test. I'm ready to like move forward.
He's so emotionless. Look, she's like venting her heart out and being extremely vulnerable, and Robert's just sitting there like,
This has put a strain on our marriage, on like our family life. Like, I want peace. That's what I want.
This is so cool. It's very exciting because this is the first time in TLC I Love a Mama's Boy history, or at least that I've seen. For once, we're going to see a Mama's Boy evolve from his Mama's Boy status and break through and evolve into a world of independence.
Very, very nervous because I don't know what my mom's going to do. I don't know how she's going to respond, but I got to be behind Kristy 100%. Hey, mother.
Hey, mother.
That one there was a violation.
That was proper cold.
You could have came by yourself.
No, I came to see you.
Damn, why she dressing like there's gonna be a funeral?
These are the results that you wanted. So I'm gonna let you read this with Robert.
Probability.
Yeah, they're not gonna say it for certainty. It's a probability. It's always a percentage, a chance. Oh my God.
It's not 100.
So you think this is a lie? You think
99.9999999?
eyes. Mom, okay.
Man, this.
But what the actual fuck, bro? Whose 0.0001% of DNA could that possibly be? Listen here, that slight percentage is most likely just the scientists like kind of messing it up or having a slight margin of error with the sample. Obviously, when you swab the cheek, there could be other shit in there. But listen, 99.9999% is pretty damn close.
I can't.
Anybody can pull this out of the internet.
This is not internet
Mom, this is a very look at you
Dude,
see that?
Robert, I'm
Look,
not
you see
gonna.
that?
Okay, now I know she's delusional and crazy, bro. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm gonna Google it right now. These probabilities are usually very high as 99.9999%. This means that for an alleged father who is not excluded, the paternity report is 99.9999% confident that he is the biological father. That's like a very long-winded way of saying, yeah, you the daddy, bro.
These results look like they're fake.
What the fuck is going on?
No birth dates, no at least the last four of your social, something, you know, to be legit.
Okay, so I'll go on images. Unless you've done the paternity test yourself, how can you actually know what's meant to be on the test result? You can't just assume birthdays and social security numbers are meant to be on there. I get that it seems like a logical thing to think of, but how would you know?
Went online and bought a fake fraternity, I don't know.
She is mad at the results. She didn't want Kimberly to be Robert's just so she could get what she wants, and that's separating us.
100% right on the mark there. I mean, her intentions are very, very clear. Even after going through all the craziness, she does not and will not admit defeat. She's holding on to that slight sliver of hope that she can conjure up some bullshit to break them apart. It's simple. She just doesn't like Kristy.
Trying to tear apart my family. I can't do this anymore.
Mom, I try to make you happy. You know how hard that was for her?
Bro, what's going on with her face? She looks like she's having a full-on stroke. What is she doing? Emoting on her son.
That's like
thinks that I don't trust her.
humiliating for me to
She thinks
even
I
be
don't
taking a
trust her.
paternity test.
I would have been super happy if I would have been there when you guys took it.
Why the fuck you lying?
Super happy? When are you ever super happy about anything? You say you're happy, but you're still such a bitch wherever you go. You trust your son, and he was there when he took the test. In fact, he had to be there because he had to swab his own cheek. So if you trust him, why don't you trust the results of the test?
Bombastic side eye.
Of course, I believe that Kristy would sabotage the results.
Sabotage, bruh. Come back to me when you know what the fuck you're talking about. Out here making up mumbo jumbo words like you think you know what you're saying. Girl,
I know she would. She's that evil.
someone's clearly projecting her own persona onto Kristy.
All I know, maybe she went and swiped the real daddy with the damn DNA and sent it in with Robert's name. I don't know.
What? When has she had the time to go and do all of that? She's been with her kids like the entire time. Maybe the camera crew hasn't been there to capture everything, but she even stated at the beginning, she's a stay-at-home mom. And aside from that, she would be helping Robert with his fight, with his nutrition and prepping him for all that. When has she had time? What?
I wanted to see you guys taking the test.
What?
I ain't
This is
saying
what you're
nothing.
doing.
She's starting.
Now she's just talking shit right out of her ass. First she wanted the paternity test, and then she would be happy. She's not happy. Why? Because she wasn't there. But how could you have been there when you're the one who implanted the idea into Robert, and then you thought that he would be all sneaky and sly and just swab the cheek and then get the test done? So how could you even possibly be there to do it? It would raise even more suspicions if you were there and you wanted him to be sneaky about it. And technically, you started it. You just being mad salty, for real.
What is it going to take for you to believe that that's his daughter?
For a doctor to tell me, or Mari.
Well, you are not the father. It's gonna be one of them rare cases where it's like, you are the father.
I love you. I love you a lot. But I love my family as well. It's causing us to fight, and I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting.
Buddy, fighting is your occupation, mate. Jokes aside, I know what you mean. An emotional fight is nothing like a real high-stress fight. It's just as bad, but in its own crazy, mental, fucked up way.
Trying to say that she's cheated on me or somehow, and then Kimberly happened. I delivered the results to you. I'll give you a day to think about it.
It's good. Robert, this entire time, is being very respectful. Again, he hasn't raised his voice, and he hasn't been this entire time. He's just trying to keep the peace and deliver the facts and lay them out on the table so everyone can digest them. And the problem here is Nancy's inability to take accountability for her mistakes is what's ultimately going to destroy this family, and I've said this before.
I need you to apologize to the editor, not this family.
I'm apologizing. I am disappointed on my son, but I cannot apologize. To me, that's a failure.
In the climax of this entire story, and she's about to lose contact with her son, she still can't admit that she was wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not even about Robert putting Nancy on a pedestal anymore. It's about Nancy putting herself on one. Like, her ego is enormous. And what, apologizing is a failure? Like, what kind of lessons are you bestowing onto the next generation? Like, if you're in the wrong, you need to acknowledge these things and then make sure the next time you don't make the same mistakes. That's how you grow as a person, not be egotistical and never admit your wrongs.
I'm gonna get here to apologize.
That's never gonna happen. And I can't continue to be with you. You say the same thing over and over again, it's getting old.
It is stupid. You're pretty stupid. Even after all this, you still leave this sliver of hope for your mom, even after experiencing all the toxicity around her and her family. You understand, and you know by now, or at least you should know, she's never gonna apologize. How many times that she has to say it, with profanity too, saying, I'll never apologize to this bitch, this, that. Like, bro, you're not gonna get an apology out of her. It's just not gonna happen.
I haven't heard from Robert since the paternity test. I still don't believe the results, but my son does.
I bet you better stop believing. Or you better believe that there's gonna be a world where you're never gonna see your son again.
Now, I'm taking it in and I feel sad.
So now Nancy is kind of feeling some sort of remorse. She feels sad that she hasn't had any contact with Robert. So now she's going to talk to her other son, Jacob. He's the sassy enabler. And because of this man, Nancy's evil thoughts are always validated.
It's not getting any better.
Getting any better about what?
The DNA results. Tell me if this looks real. Robert was like 99.9999.
Okay, and what about the 1%?
Shut the fuck up. First of all, it's not 1%. It's 0.0001% or somewhere along those lines. Even on the Maury show or whatever it is that they do all the you are not the father things, I'm pretty sure they just say you are or you are not the father. But I guarantee you flip the sheet and you have a look at the details, they probably will never say 100%. It would say 99.9999.
I don't know how it got submitted. I don't know if it's accurate. I don't know if a doctor did it. Are these fake results? Are these real results? I don't know.
Just stop validating your mom so much. Like, man, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree unless it's Robert's.
Robert starts freaking threatening me.
Threatening you on what?
Kept telling me that he chooses them and that he's not gonna come anymore. He told me to apologize to Kristy.
Shut up, man. Apologizing isn't even that big of a deal anyway. You guys blow it up to these like huge proportions of like apologies is like the end of the world, but it's not. It's not really admitting defeat. You know what they're saying is you lose one battle, but you don't lose the war. Like, you gotta think of it from the bigger picture, the long run. And you guys are only running like 100-meter sprints, G. Everyone else out here running marathons.
I asked for the DNA.
And if that's just made up printed out of the computer?
That's what I said.
Bro, do you really think that your son that loves you unconditionally would lie to you? Like, since Kristy was there's some concerns in terms of like the trust, but since your son was also there and also trying to reassure what Kristy is saying is the truth, man, swallow your pride and just accept the fact that you made a mistake.
My intentions was to protect my son and make him open his eyes from the blindfold that he has with Kristy.
And you say your intentions is to open your son's eyes to the truth, but in reality, it really doesn't seem like that. It looks like you're just trying to force him to leave Kristy so that you can have him all to yourself again. In fact, you have actually said that.
Never my intention was to hurt my son, Robert.
At surface level, sure. You're saying you care for your son and you want what's best for him, but I can see where your hidden agendas lie.
Is this something you're willing to let go?
If this bitch takes my son, I swear to God, Jacob, I will go beat that bitch's ass.
First of all, do you hear how insane you're being right now? He already doesn't want to be around you. He wants to create some space so that you can all cool down. But now you're thinking of going into their private space and assaulting her, which can obviously land you in prison, which then even separates you further from him. And Jacob, you seriously guys just gotta stop talking. Close your mouth, because you're validating her too much. And you're an idiot for enabling her, because look how far she's gotten now. She's getting to a point of full-on violence. Second of all, we all know, as the audience and myself, that Kristy would whoop Nancy's ass unless Nancy came strapped up. But fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
What is your life gonna be without him?
I do not see my life without my son.
So what's gonna happen? What's gonna be the outcome of everything?
I'm gonna give Robert time to think.
I think given enough time, I'm sure he'll be fine. He is a father, and he's got his own family to worry about. He has his own responsibilities and duties as a father. He is also a son, but at this point in his life, being a father is first. And bro, does Jacob just ask questions all the time? Like, he doesn't know how to give advice or console a person. Like, he has zero input.
Because I know he cannot see his life without me either.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna go this far. I feel like the whole world's gonna fall on top of me.
I'm trying to be sympathetic towards you, but considering how crazy you've been and how negative and insulting you've been most of the time watching this series, it's hard for me to feel sympathetic towards you.
I came to my mom's house because I gave her a few days to sit on the paternity test, and I came here for an apology.
So now it's time for round 2. Robert and Kristy are now returning to Nancy's home, but also with Kimberly. So, might alleviate the situation having the now confirmed actual granddaughter there. And Robert and Kristy are giving Nancy a second chance to apologize. I predict probably not going to get an apology out of her, but we'll see.
Nancy seeing Kimberly should make her apologetic, but I don't know. I feel like Nancy is very cold-hearted, and I don't think she cares about anyone but herself.
Nancy the lizard, cold-hearted, cold-blooded.
Hey there, mother.
Damn, again with the mother.
We didn't leave good the last time we was here, and I don't want to feel stressed out. Me being here.
Well, tell Kristy to stop stressing you out.
Damn, she always gotta run her damn mouth, but just let Robert finish talking. Fuck. And the thing is, she didn't just interrupt him, she interrupted him and badmouthed Kristy at the same time. Like, bro.
I brought Kimberly here as well. I wanted you to soak this in right here. Now that you know she's 99.9999.
I haven't gotten a hold of that company, and
What the actual lazy fuck is this? She said she was gonna call the company and get to the bottom of this and find out if those results are true. You've had a few days to sit down and reflect, and you've done nothing but sit on your fat ass. Great. So much for doing this all for your son. If you really cared about your son, then you would be proactive about this and figure it all out yourself. Be full detective mode. But you ain't done shit.
Why do you...
We didn't come here for that. We came
No.
here. We came here to give you a second chance. For you to apologize to us.
I don't think Nancy even deserves a second chance. Usually, I would say everyone does deserve a second chance, but in this case, after the emotional trauma that Kristy and her entire family had to go through because of this, it's extremely mature of her and Robert to go and try and give her a second chance. Right, just apologize. It's not that deep. It really is not that deep.
You know,
you're giving me a second chance.
Yeah, second chance.
You giving me a second chance?
She's so confrontational too. She can't accept the fact that she was wrong in the first place. So when Robert says something like, we're giving you a second chance, it's almost like disrespecting her and being like, you still haven't come to your senses to realize that I'm not in the wrong here? Are you stupid? If you're not willing to lose your son, then do what your son wants and just apologize. Swallow your damn pride and put on your big bummy pants.
If you don't want to give the apologies.
Why would I apologize to her?
Robert, really?
Put your little man pants on and say the truth.
Hey, that's my line. Put your mommy pants on and shut your mouth.
You know darn well you had a little doubt.
After the devil made you, he broke the mold.
I come from hell. You want to see hell?
Believe me, you don't gotta... I believe you.
You're pretty much confirming your diabolical and evil roots. Makes it real easy for me to not side with you then.
So,
Damn, like, she just got, like, no reaction as well. Imagine you being a grandparent and your, like, grandchild's being all like, Grandma, Granddad, and you have zero reaction. That is disgusting. Shame on you.
it's either you apologize to us or you just don't see us. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm gonna have to distance myself.
You're gonna distance yourself?
Yes, I
You
am.
better not.
Okay.
You better not. This is what I'm saying. This ain't no babying. This is straight controlling. This is straight dictator vibes. I feel uncomfortable watching that. I don't like seeing someone being controlled, especially when it comes to something like this where there's like this obvious power dynamic within a family. The mother has more authority than the son, but the son is a grown-ass man now, so he has to be his own man. And more than that, he's a father. He has his own hierarchy within his family. So to see this like extremely controlling behavior, like I get there might be some cultural background that I don't understand personally. It just doesn't feel right.
I'm not willing to lose my son at all. But I'm never gonna apologize for nothing because so evil. She's pulling him away from me.
There ain't no pulling away. It's just straight pushing. You pushing.
I don't freaking think that I will ever apologize to her ass.
I'm done here. We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. Come on, Kimberly.
Yeah, you could leave.
Your grandma
You
doesn't
can
know how to
stay.
act.
Damn, what kind of mother are you? Not even like a please stay so we can talk through this? You need to say control freak vibes.
I choose her.
Are you gonna sit here and argue with her, or are you gonna leave?
Really? You're gonna take her side?
We're done, Mom.
You need to stay. I cannot believe you're just gonna leave, Robert.
Believe it. Looks like you need a few more days to simmer down.
Kristy, taking my son away. She can't. She can.
Yeah, she just did, buddy.
I have a bond with my son. I don't think no woman, nobody in this world can take that from your mother.
You're not acting very motherly, so...
My mom let me down right now. I gave my mom so many chances. Kristy thankfully gave my mom so many chances.
It was never for her, I did it for you, but she's still trying to sabotage our marriage.
So now you can really see the bond between Robert and Kristy is very strong. Despite all the trauma and bullshit that Kristy had to go through, she did it for Robert and the family. She saw the bigger picture and she pushed through all that shit. Nancy only had one thing in her mind, and that was what I think is revenge. And that's why ultimately she would not win this battle.
With all that she's done, you don't need your mom anymore. Nothing would make me happier than never having to see Nancy again.
Even though Robert has understood that Nancy is the issue and that he has to distance himself, it's not easy. This is very fresh for him. As you can see, even after Kristy saying that, he still feels very distraught and sad. But I'm sure, give us some time, his priorities will then align and he will get over this fact that he may not be seeing his mother for a very long time. I mean, let's be honest, no one in this world needs that kind of toxicity in their life anyway. So let's move a little bit further into the future and see what Robert and Kristy's life is like now with no Nancy. I believe it's only been a few days, but let's see how they're feeling.
I am just really happy that I'm getting to hang out with Robert alone without Nancy there. Like, it's just so nice. Thank you.
Damn, already, bro. Look at the dude smile, G. I haven't seen this guy smile like that in a while. Every time I've seen him smile, it's like an awkward smile. There's like angry tension everywhere. It's not healthy at all, but this is cool.
Been a couple of days already. It feels like a new beginning. I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells. I don't feel like I have to worry about nothing, and my life is stress-free. I'm glowing.
Oh, that's dope, bro. I'm happy for you, man. That's all it takes, really, is a bit of time. As they say, time heals all wounds. And I could tell Robert initially couldn't see a world where Nancy wouldn't be a part of his life. But I'm sure after some time, he can feel the toxicity that his mom was radiating slowly wear off of him. And it just shows that it'll get better and better. That smile is gonna get bigger and bigger, too.
It almost feels like I broke up with my mom.
Yeah.
Like...
Do you miss her already?
And I mean, look, it's still fresh. I can see Robert still has a little bit of hope. But hey, this is only the beginning. And honestly, I want to give Nancy the benefit of the doubt anyway. And I'm sure, fingers crossed, hopefully one day she will change her ways.
Feels like I got attachment issues. I'm
You're
gonna
having
call her
withdrawals?
like...
And it's crazy. He didn't realize these things like his attachment issues and his mama's boyness until after he had left. And that just goes to show that when you're so deep into something and you're so emotionally attached to someone, it's hard to see the faults that they are exhibiting, and it's hard to see that they are the reason or the issue for causing a lot of turmoil in your family.
Thank you for not leaving from the beginning.
Bro, you found yourself a good one, and I'm happy for you, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
There we have it, the first ever mama's boy evolution. He ain't no mama's boy anymore. He a mama's man.
Robert's starting to open his eyes. He's starting to see that she's trying to sabotage our marriage.
She can only play that game by using me, because she knows I'm gonna listen to anything that she requests.
Exactly. So give us some time and you'll start to get some perspective from your wife and see how things really have been this entire time. You'll look back, you reflect, and you'll realize, wow, I contributed to some of this horror that my family had to go through. All the best for you and your family. Also, all the best for Nancy. Hopefully she can break out of this loop of negativity as well.
Robert, are you still a mama's boy?
I believe I'm not. I am no longer a mama's boy. I'm a wifey boy.
Come on now, wifey boy? Man, you a husband, bro. Or at least a wifey man. Enough of this boy talk, bro. God damn, and now look at this last slide over here. He's told her to keep her distance until she starts therapy. Woo, that's ruthless to be telling your mom that. Robert isn't wrong. I mean, he's right. She does need to talk to someone that isn't Jacob, who will just constantly validate everything she's saying. She needs to have someone talk to her from an objective point of view so she can start seeing the situation from multiple perspectives and understand that maybe in some situations she's not always right. And then maybe, fingers crossed, hopefully she can start seeing clearly and understand that, hey, she may have been wrong in those situations. Maybe she should go and apologize and she can mend her family. But that's the end of this crazy, toxic warfare between Robert, Nancy, and Kristy. Now, I've done a little bit of research and I haven't been able to find anything in terms of Nancy in Robert's life, I see that Robert and Kristy are still going strong. Robert's still fighting. Kristy's still, I don't know if she's a stay-at-home mom, but she's still a mom. And you can check out their Instagrams. They look like they're enjoying their lives and being a strong type family, which I am so all for. Love, you know me. But Nancy, man, hopefully you take your son's advice and go start some therapy. Hopefully maybe you have someone to talk to and vent it out. That person can give you an objective point of view, maybe help you have a deeper thought into your own psyche and your mind and figure out what's wrong. Then maybe you don't have to always constantly be so negative. What a trilogy. That is the end of this Mama's Boy. I hope you guys really enjoyed that one as much as I did. Man, it was some juicy dramas. You know me, I love a good drama, but I love love more. So I'm glad that had a happy ending, and that was the first Mama's Boy to, I guess, not stuff up his relationship. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think about this. New videos dropping soon, so make sure you subscribe. And if you want to check out any other of my Mama's Boys videos, you can click over here. This is the playlist. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope to see you guys soon. Much love. Take care. Peace. Can I call you mine?